Just a very quick update. The oil bottle is hung, oil tank. I have this monster battery down here that I use when I put an electric starter on a earlier model. When I installed an Alton, I put this big battery in the battery box that comes in the pre-75, so which actually is bigger than on the 75 because of that great big monster air cleaner. So what I did is I knocked off the side here. The battery usually goes in flat like this, and it's a lot smaller, and it goes in like that, and it's silly. It was never a big enough battery. So I've knocked that restraint off. I'm going to make a new hole down, and I'm going to do my best to install this bit. Well, something's going weird with my camera because another video just chopped itself off. Anyway, I'm going to try to install this great big battery in here. I'll make a restraint for it and see if I can't get it installed, and that'll make things a whole lot nicer. A lot of cranking power for this bike when I get it installed. Over here, I'm getting ready to install the rear fender. It's cruddy dirty inside. Once again, I have the time, I have the tools, I have everything I need, so I will clean all this crud out from underneath of the rear fender for no other reason than it's the right thing to do. I will also pull these two bolts, which are the only thing holding the rear light on assembly at this point, and I'll clean it up while I have the time available. So I'm going to clean up this rear fender and mount it next, but probably not until after lunch, of which I am going to right now. And that is all. Okay, another quick update. See, 2 cans of CRC cleaner carb cleaner. That's the best degreaser in the world. 2 cans of carb cleaner, and half a roll of paper towels, and it looks a whole lot better. It also illustrates a few areas that are damaged. I'll tap those out with a ball peen. Won't be pretty, but they will be smooth. Tiny little crease right here. I'll do the same thing. A little bow. Just do a little touch up before I put it back together. So time for me to put on clean clothes and go to lunch, because the process of cleaning motorcycle parts is where you transfer the dirt from the part to yourself. So let's just see. There we go. Another white shirt bites the dust. So as it is, I'm going to lunch. Well, the rear fender's on. It's kind of cool. And like I said before, the oil tank is mounted. Oil lines hooked up. They look good. Nice new clamps. I've left this old decal on here because it sort of adds coolness to the bike, so no sense in taking it off. Take it off later if we want. The tail light is up here. I touched up the black as best I could. Not much I can do about the chrome and the turn signals. I'll just leave that as is and consider it to be patina. This is a patina restoration. And now, dear hearts, this is where the fun begins. All this stuff has to be degreased, cleaned, and buffed on the wire wheel in order to put the tail section, the tail end of the bike together. So it's parts cleaning time. And that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the afternoon. Okay, well, the bike is still over here, just as it was before. Over here, I've been cleaning parts for about the last 2 hours. All these parts have been degreased, cleaned, wire wheeled, buffed, wiped down. I need to buy more spray paint, so I'll paint that part tomorrow. That's part of the rear brake assembly. And I'm tired, so I'm going to call it a day. All of these nuts and bolts in this master cylinder, rear master cylinder, and all the brake lines will be cleaned tomorrow morning in my next endeavors, because I'm really tired, and I'm going to go inside and take a shower and take a nap and call it a day. And right now it's, what is it? It's, 3:35. And I started working on this stuff after lunch right around 12:30, 1 o'clock. So it's been a full afternoon. And yeah, some of this is chargeable because this stuff had to be cleaned before going back together. It just couldn't be put back together as greasy, grimy, dirty, nasty as it was. So yeah, some of this is chargeable.